Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday, hump day. I wanted to jump on here and talk to you guys a little bit because I've got some things that have been really stressing me out, and I know they're stressing you out too. So, one of my biggest fears in life, and if you can relate to this, please let me know. And before I even get started, I want to just know where's everybody from? So, if you are from Florida, I'm in Florida if you can't tell, because I'm probably the only place it's not freezing cold right now. But tell me where you're from down below because I'd love to know where people are from because I do love to travel. I am a travelpreneur and I love to teach people to do that as well. And I wanted to come on here because I've been thinking about a few things lately and really feeling a little bit, I don't know, vulnerable and wanted to talk to you guys because the stress of getting a job at 58 years old is really bad. I'm sure that getting a job at any age is stressful. Let's be real, okay? Starting over, having to get a resume put together. Maybe you don't even have one. I didn't, because I did the same thing for so many years. I never needed to make a resume. So now here I am at 58 years old, and I don't even know how to make a resume. I don't even know where to get started. I don't know what to do. And now I'd have to go and interview and work for somebody else and start training with their company and learning their systems all over again. And I've been in sales and marketing my whole life. So for me, sales and having to learn somebody else's new product, product for me is new. Having to do all of that just really, really made my skin crawl to the point where I like literally looked at my husband. I'm like, I cannot do that anymore. And also, I felt like it was a big waste of time. All I wanted to do was work for myself for forever. So when this happened, and I decided to make this move, and I was kind of motivated in the fact that the company I was with sold the company, and I had a choice. I could either stay with the new owners or I could go to do whatever I want to do. And I opted to leave and move on because I was ready to do my own thing. And the scariest part about it that I really want to share with you is that I did not know what to do. And I didn't know where to start. And I always thought that if you wanted to start your own business, that you were going to need lots of money until I found out that that's not really the case. And I let that fear kind of interfere with my dreams and my vision my entire life because I was always afraid of not being able to have that paycheck coming in because I needed it and I still need it. But now I need it a little bit differently because the paycheck that I get in right now is all for me. And I don't have to give any of that to my boss. Like literally, I used to only make 20% commission. Well, no, you do the math. If it's a really high ticket item, like I used to sell, then you're talking 35,000, 50,000, maybe even 200,000, and you're getting 20%, which is great. However, when you're working and you're only making, a sale that is 400 or 500 or $800 and you're only getting 20%, and you're at the mercy of the company to actually get these things scheduled so that you can make the money, that, my friends, is stress because you really stay stuck and stagnant for too long. So that is how I got to this point. And I'm asking you guys right now, like, is anybody there that feels that way? Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Because it is scary to start over. And it's really scary to start over at my age. But starting over is the most fulfilling thing you can do. Because listen, at the end of the day, change doesn't happen unless you make the change. We can never expect change to happen if we just want to dream about it and say, oh, I want this better life. Like I literally can remember the pain in my belly when I knew I had to drive to work on Monday morning and it was Sunday night. I can remember my skin just like, ugh, like I couldn't deal with it anymore and I didn't want to. And I can remember the stress of being denied PTO when I wanted to do something with my family. Like that, I don't do anymore. And I don't want you to do it anymore either. You don't need to do that. Okay. So I wanted to talk about a little bit about my story and your story and living paycheck to paycheck because I get that. I did it. Especially like the last 8 years, I wasn't really making much money. I literally was working for health insurance. I was working so that I could make money with enough money to cover my health insurance for my family. That's what I was doing. How many of you out there work because you need the benefits? And gosh, I remember the days when benefits were actually really good and where actually companies matched your 401k. It doesn't really happen as much anymore as it used to. So I I feel like, I remember on a Friday working for a company that I worked for a while ago. And I'll never forget this. The company was having financial difficulties. And so what happened was we literally had to run to the bank on Friday afternoons. As soon as we got that check, literally everyone flew out the door to their cars and ran to the bank to cash that check because you knew that if you put it in your bank account, you weren't going to see that money. You had to cash it. This was not a fun way to live. And I'm sure many of you live a life like that. And it's really stressful. So, I guess, like, let me ask you, have you ever wasted money on a business that promised you results, but then left you feeling stuck and frustrated? I get it. I've done that over the years. I literally have done many different things that always had a side hustle because I'm always looking for a way to not go to work for somebody else. So that's why I did these MLMs and I sold jewelry online. I sold beauty products online and that was all great. And I did well with it. But you get to a point that if that company folds, and it's happened, or even more so with all of the MLM structures changing in the past year, especially to changing their models from where they were to going to affiliate marketing only and leaving you with an opportunity to make very little money. How many people got hit with that? Rodan and Fields. There were so many of them, right? So that's why I talk about this. And that is why I don't know if you can see my board here, and I'll try to see if I can get it in here. But I started digital marketing back last year. That, my friends, was the best thing that I did. Because when I started that, I learned that now I could take my marketing, learn even more, and make money online because that was what I set out to do. So once I left my company and I made that decision to leave, then what I did was I Googled. I went to YouTube and I Googled and I said, I want the top 10 ways to learn how to make money online. And the first thing that it gave me was drop shipping. I didn't understand what digital marketing was. I think that was on the list, but drop shipping was on there and it caught my attention because I always wanted to have my own store. And I grew up in the fashion world and that was what I wanted to do. So I set out and I created an online fashion boutique. And I got to tell you, that is not the way to go. I spent thousands of dollars that I wasted, never saw again. And I made very, very little money with it. And yes, I did get sales, but then I was at the mercy of the suppliers that I was working with. You're at the mercy of them. You have them, you're the middleman and you're getting the from your suppliers. But if they're not delivering, guess what? You are now the bad person who didn't deliver on time. And when those people get your product, they want to return it. So that's where the caveat comes in, and it is not fun. So I found a better way. I found digital marketing last year only because a friend of mine was on Facebook and she posted about it. And when she did that, I was like needing a change. I was needing to figure out how I can get my store promoted and market it the right way online, because it is different than print advertising, which is in television, which is what I knew. And so I started out that way, and I called her up and we got on the phone, and right away I said, "Okay, I'm signing up." And I bought the Legacy Builders program, and that changed everything for me because I was able to make my own money, work for myself. I did not need any tech. I make 100% profit, you guys. 100%. So right here, everything that I do, every sale that I make, it goes straight to me. There's no middleman involved. This goes right to me, unlike where it was a little bit different with drop shipping. But with this, it's set up to go right into my bank account. And I don't have to pay anybody any money. So it's 100%. If I sell a program for $600, I'm getting $600. Same thing if I make it for $900. Whatever it is, it's my money, it's going to me. And that is, my friends, the trick to getting free is get something that's 100% profit. So when I started back in May, I was super excited. I found my ticket and I knew this was going to be amazing. And I realized what I was onto when I actually logged into the program and got started. And I realized that I was in something bigger than I was thinking it was going to be, and way better than I even expected, because I was definitely skeptical. I definitely did not want to spend money and get burned. So that's why I knew that when my friend was in it and she would tell me the truth, then it was good, because I had seen other programs and I didn't want to just start with somebody because I didn't really know them or know about them, and I needed to know a little bit more. So once I knew that this was legit, a real deal, that was when I got in. And it was. So I was really happy, and that really made everything good. And when I started, I took, there's a part in there when you first start, a module, that is how to go from zero to profit in 7 days. Zero to profit in 7 days. I followed it. I was a sponge. I glued myself into it. And guess what? I did 4 sales my very first week. I got $3,600 on my $900 that I paid for my program. So now I'm way in the green and I am in profit mode. I stay in profit mode now because I don't need to spend money every month to do any of this. So I stay in profit mode from the very first sale. Then I got 1,000 followers because, like I said before, you don't need any tech. You don't need a following on social media. A lot of people think you need a following to be successful, but you're going to be taught how to create that following. I did exactly what they taught me. And in 1 week, I went to 1,000 followers on TikTok and I made $3,600, 4 sales. I did that in the first 6 days. You can do that. Just follow a system. It's really easy. You just plug in and watch the modules and follow the system. And that's all you need to do. Okay. And then I was taught attraction marketing. And that changed everything for me. And we do that through social media. And you really learn how to master social media marketing so that you can attract people to come to you. There's no chasing them. You don't need to DM them. Oh, that's the worst thing to me is when people slide into my DMs. I don't really respond well to people that do that. So just telling you, but I don't do that. I don't need to do that. I don't need to slide into any DMs. I don't need to bug my family and friends. I love that part of it. And that's been like so amazing. So that's what we teach you. So you don't have to do any of that. That's what you're going to learn. And it's all attraction marketing. And that's the key, is learning that right there. And then here's the thing that I knew I really, really wanted when I had my own business. And that is time freedom, because your time is money and your time is worth a lot of money. So what are you going to put on your time frame to make that money? Because you want that freedom, right? The best part of what I've been doing, besides all of the money and everything else, is my time freedom. Not working a 9-to-5 job anymore This, my friends, was my driving factor. I didn't want to work a 9 to 5 anymore. I didn't want to be glued to a desk anymore. I didn't want to do it anymore. And I did not want to get a job at 58 years old, and I wasn't going to. I knew there was a better way, and I was going to figure it out. And I wanted to learn how to travel. I wanted to learn how to travel without having to go to a 9 to 5. And that's what I did. And I became a travelpreneur. I literally teach people now, I teach people to travel, work remotely from anywhere, and how to create the funds so that they can live their best life as a travelpreneur. That's what I do. And it is so much fun. If you want to know more, go ahead and comment below. Comment info, and I will go ahead and get it over to you. Or you can click on the description in the link, because there is a description. You can click on the link in the description. Sorry, I said that backwards. You can click on the link in the description and you can learn more. It doesn't cost you anything to learn more. You owe it to yourself to find out how you can make this work and how you can get free from your 9 to 5, right? I mean, because do you ever feel like how hard you work that you don't really see the results? Do you ever feel like it's too late to start something new? Because I promise you it's not. Because if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. That's Henry Ford. He said it the best, and I say it all the time. We have to make the changes happen. We can never expect the changes to happen. We need to make changes happen. And that only happens when you put in consistency. Because, my friends, consistency is magic. Consistency is the magic to success. It's the secret sauce. I learned that when I lost 100 pounds. It was all because of my consistency. So if you want to know more about how you can do something like this too, then you want to go ahead and comment below info. I'll let you know. I'll get it over to you, and I'll send you over my free blueprint to success so that you could see exactly what it would take for you to be able to get yourself free and live your best life. And it's not an MLM, so I want to make sure you guys are aware of that. And I want you to understand what the difference is. The difference, and I have nothing against an MLM because I've been in them myself, okay? And they're great. If you find the right one, it's all good. But there's a lot of differences. Number one, when I was doing MLMs, I was actually trained to slide into DMs. We don't do that. You don't need to do that. We were trained to build our following, which you will be too. But here's the thing, the worst part. With an MLM, it goes like this, okay? You are going to have somebody up here, and then you're going to come here. So here's your upline, and here's you, okay? And then you're going to have people underneath you that you're going to make money off of. And then there are people, and then there are people, and there are people, and that's how it is, okay? And that's great. But when you get down to these levels here, this person is making all of this money on everybody, right? That's fine. They brought you in, okay? And you're here. Let's just say here you're making the most percentage on these people. Let's say it's 15%. It's usually not much more. Maybe it's 18. I've been in companies where they've gone up to 28%, depending on your level, right? Sorry about the mess on my board. Then you're going to go here, right? These people, you're going to get paid, say, 5%. And these people, maybe you're going to get like 2%. Do you guys see what I'm saying? That's nothing. And you can get 100%. 100%. So let's just say that it was a $900 product and you're getting 15%. You're getting like $95. I'm really bad at math, so if I'm wrong on that number, but it's $95. That's it. And then it's going to trickle down from there. And yes, it's going to add up. But what if you got $900 here, 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 here? That is a much better way to be. Like, seriously, I get it. You want to maybe have that teamwork, but that's the thing. When you do something like this, you have the teamwork. We have a community of people that are like minded entrepreneurs, just like you and me, that want to learn from each other, and we all help each other. Like, really, it's incredible. And I didn't know I needed a community until I found my community. And now I actually created my own community, teaching people how to travel and be a travelpreneur. It's pretty exciting, and it's a lot of fun. So I'll leave you with that. And if you really think that you want to make a change in your life, then go ahead and comment info below. But go to my website, risewithrenee.com. It's right here. I hope you can see it. In fact, I'll make it a little bit darker. Rise with Renee. I hope you can read my chickenscratch.com. Go there, put in your email address. Once you do that, and listen, I'm not going to spam you. I promise you. And the good thing is there's an unsubscribe button. So if you really don't like it and it's not for you, it's okay. Take yourself out of it. It's not for everybody. It's only for certain people that really want to make a change. You have to make the change. You have to want that change. You guys, it's not going to happen. I promise you. I tried to lose weight my entire life. And I finally lost 100 pounds only because I put my mind to it and I was ready. And until you're ready, nothing's going to happen for you. You have to be ready to make a change, want it really bad, have it deep in your bones and in your soul that you are just ready. And if you are, go ahead, go to my website. There you go, risewithrenee.com. Go to my website and pop in your email address. I'm going to send you over my free blueprint. And I'm going to also keep you in the loop of what's going on. And you can email me back from that. So once you go in there, you'll actually have my email address and you can write me back and I will answer anything for you. So if you have any questions, go ahead and just shoot me over that email. Okay. But in the meantime, I hope you had a great time here tonight. I look forward to working with you and meeting you and talking to you and guiding you and helping you and bringing you onto this amazing journey with me so you can have your own journey as well, because you can literally make things change for you in your life. We have created over 100 six-figure earners in 2 years with this plan. That's a lot. That's amazing. I'm actually being trained right now to become a 7-figure earner. If you want to know more about this and you want to get involved, I want you to learn more. Just go ahead and ask me and let's go. All right. I'm going to jump off here now. I'll be back tomorrow around the same time. And I look forward to seeing you then.